All right, so The Offer is a hidden gem.
We talked about this how long ago?
Several months.
Months.
Maybe not several.
We did
let's
like
say 1 month.
some reaction videos. We were talking about this a while ago.
And then we never watched it.
And then we never watched it because it was on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
This is like one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
This
pretty
is
good.
like,
I don't know if best of my life, but it's
this
pretty
is
good.
like best of my life.
Okay, we're talking last year. It's probably preference about the style of film, but it is inarguably a very well-made series.
Yeah.
Last year, without a doubt, without questions, top series. It's probably like House of the Dragon, The Offer, maybe Andor. Andor's really good.
That's good. Well,
I know there's another show that came out last year.
The Bear.
That's probably better than Andor.
The Bear. The Bear.
Okay, so
yeah.
The Bear, Andor's fourth, The Bear. This is better than The Bear.
I would say
This is better than The Bear.
I would say this is
it's
different.
hand in hand. Yeah, it's hand in hand. It's different.
I enjoy this kind of stuff. Like I like The Bear. I wish it was longer.
The Bear's okay. This
Yeah.
is better production value and just as good writing.
Yeah.
As The Bear.
The guys who are making this kind of stuff, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's like people were gushing about like Yellowstone stuff. I can't imagine Yellowstone is as good as this.
It's a different vibe. It's just as good drama, but this is more fun. This is like pure fun and good drama and good history, and it's just
it's not
overall
all real history.
The characters are incredible. So
It's
get into what you like
dramatized.
about it. All right.
So I wanted like the acting in the show is probably my favorite part because we have so many actors.
Can we go to the IMDb?
And they're all doing an amazing job. Miles Teller is like really good.
Top notch.
He's top notch. I think he's excellent.
Yeah.
He
was perfect for the role.
He's acting. He's like subtle. He's very on screen. He's like very sort of commanding.
Yes.
And yet, I think there are other people who are acting,
Outshine him.
who are outshining him.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's like baseline perfect.
He's protagonist.
He's baseline perfect.
And there are other people who are acting
Better.
who they're just somehow.
What's the guy's name that plays the director?
The director?
Go to the IMDb.
We have pictures of these different
Okay,
characters.
scroll through them then.
Well, I just before
I want to look at names though.
we get into
This guy,
like
yeah. What's that actor's name?
I don't know. It was gonna
See,
come
if we
late. It
went
was
to-
gonna come later in the podcast as we talked about it.
You're always
talking about-
jumping the
skipping
gun.
forward.
We're talking about
Today you are
actors.
trying to
We're
just
talking about
rush
actors
through
and
things.
Well, I wanted to talk
No.
about this guy first.
Yeah, this is more important.
Yeah.
We're talking about the actors
Right.
we liked, and he's the actor I liked.
I wanted to say I think his performance is probably one of the best of the show. I don't know how he's doing.
I don't either.
You watched a chunk of the show.
I haven't finished the show. I'm still watching.
He gets better. He gets better
Gets
towards
even
the end.
better?
His performance gets better at the end. in my opinion.
You are more interested in his character towards the end
Yeah.
of the series.
Yes, he's got a good.
This
good
guy is
character arc.
he's doing a
Yeah.
voice. He's doing a voice, like a wacky, weird, almost
Matthew Good.
almost cartoonish voice.
Which I brought this up a few weeks ago. I said Matthew Good is incredibly good in The Offer.
He's doing an almost cartoonish voice, and I like making it believable.
right.
Love his character.
And let me just preface this. So me and Kenzie went ahead and got on Paramount Plus a few months ago, right? And I've been telling you guys, look, everyone's sleeping on Paramount Plus. You got a few good shows. Number one is The Offer. You have the prequels.
It was on our radar. We
You have the
didn't have Paramount
prequels. You have the
Plus.
prequels to Yellowstone. You have Tulsa King, which you guys are going to get on next.
Well, I was hesitant with this. Joe started watching it, and he was like, "Man, The Offer's really good."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, that really inspires me to want to go watch it." The way that you just put enthusiasm into saying, he's like, "Oh yeah, The Offer's really good."
No, I would say it like this: The Offer is really good.
I wasn't expecting that it's as good as it is.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
We have a reel of you talking about The Offer.
It's mind-bogglingly good.
Yeah, and so you guys are experiencing
This
it.
is like how many episodes is this?
10.
10? This is a 10-episode
it's
series,
more.
and it's
No,
filmed,
it's 10. I just finished it last night.
It's filmed like a
100%.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah, it's perfect. What other characters? So we got Dan Fogler.
Yeah, which is
Dan
my favorite
Fogler
character.
is I've always said that Fogler killed it in Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, he shines through everybody.
He shines through in the first and even in the third one. They didn't utilize him the way they should have, but when he's on screen, he's amazing.
Commands attention.
And in this, he's
Next level.
just so good.
Because I think what this show does well is it's telling a really engaging story. The production value is so good that it feels like a movie, so you were completely engaged in it. Also, they know how to write a story and know how to edit and basically move the scene along in a way that shows off these performances.
Yeah.
It doesn't try to hide it like Disney does. They hide performances because they get lost in the story or the animation or the wonder of it. They're trying to make it.
Yeah.
This is just like, look at these raw talents being their best selves on screen. You know what I mean? And the show knows how to show it to you. And that's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I think his interactions with the guy with like Mario are like
Bozo.
some of the best scenes in the show because they're just like having fun,
Exactly.
writing, talking to each other. I love it.
Let me ask you guys this before we talk about the other actors. What did you think of the character, like the big executive who's played by
good. He's
Born
great.
Gorman?
Yeah. He's good.
He's good.
He's genius. He's really good. Everything's. I don't know how to. We got to be more specific than just good. I think. Is that how you spell? Is that how you say his name's Born?
Burn Gorman.
Burn Gorman. Burn Gorman. He's playing Charles in the show. I wonder if he was accurate to the character.
Probably.
You think?
I think they all. Just watching, when you watch a scene, you can tell that the actors have sat down, they've looked at like videos, or they've looked at something with the actor, with the real person that they're playing, and have modeled their acting after it.
Yeah. You want to get into this Pacino because this is what stood out to me the most.
I like this. Patrick Gallo, who plays Mario Puzo, and then over here you have Joseph Russo plays Crazy Joe Gallo. I wonder if he's related to Joe Gallo.
Maybe.
You said Al Pacino was one of your favorite. I think Brando, the character who played Brando, was better.
Brando
Was a better actor.
Which he was in Grey's Anatomy.
Really good.
He was in Grey's Anatomy.
He's really good. I when they first show Anthony Ippolito as
playing Pacino.
as Pacino, I mean, just he. I found this picture and I was like, "Ooh, here's a good picture." Wait, that's Pacino. Oh wait, no, it's the guy.
You found this picture of Pacino. Wait, no.
No, I was looking
That's
for
different.
him. I was looking for the actor, and I saw this, and I clicked it, and I was like, "No, wait, that's Pacino. Can't use that picture."
You know, the
And
first
then
thing that I
thought,
think when I see this guy, I'm like, he definitely ain't 1%.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Look,
he's like more than full percent.
look. When Al Pacino as an actor is probably in my top 5 favorite actors of all time. All right.
He's good.
He's a genius actor, and his performances, a handful of his performances have been insane, and a couple of them have been goofy. But overall, Pacino's an incredible actor. When I watched this, I was waiting for them to introduce who did they cast as these actors, specifically Pacino. And when they pulled him up, before he even said, "My name is Pacino, my name's Al, hi," before they even introduced, I was like, whoa! I was mind blown.
Because his body language.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's the actor is doing great with the body language. The Pacino, like the way he like slouches,
And he kind of
he's
looks
got
up
like
and-
one hand on the table. The way he kind of looks through
Yeah,
his brows at people.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
She didn't even have a speaking role, but the lady that plays the wife of Michael, I don't even know her
What's
name.
her name?
The actor they got looked very similar to the actual actor. Like, very similar. She didn't even have a speaking role, I don't think. She might have said one
every
thing.
Every time they've done like casting for these actors, Brando, Pacino, even Robert Redford at the beginning. These are all so good, and they are all putting a lot of effort into making these characters live kind of, I think, almost more than just who they are,
right?
But also as a character in a story,
right?
You know, in this story, in the Offer story.
Yes, and one character that's specific. This girl,
she like is really good.
What
I
is her
don't know.
name?
What else
Juno?
has she been
Juno
in?
Temple.
I've never seen her in anything.
First off, why are we sleeping on Juno?
Yeah,
She has to be. She's a top tier actor. Let's see, Atonement. I saw Atonement with Keira Knightley, Mr. Noble, Horns with Daniel Radcliffe. Let's see. So she's in The Offer, obviously. I don't recognize a lot of stuff here.
I think she's played probably like
She's
a
in
lot of
Maleficent.
side characters.
Yeah, but I'm glad they gave her a
She
lot of
got
screen
great
time.
on-screen presence.
I'm really
and
glad.
she acts across from, what's his face? Really
Miles
well.
Teller.
Yeah. She and Teller act across from each other really well. Every time the two of them are in a scene together, it feels really dynamic.
So what do you guys think about the section of the story where it's following the actual mob, right?
I like it.
What did you guys think of the interpretation of the character for Joe Colombo? Joe Colombo. Hi, my name's Joe Colombo.
See, if he is
What did you think about that?
if he is overacting, I think it's good. Again, I think he's making him a character of this story.
Yeah.
You know, he's really great.
Yes.
He's like he's almost kind of wacky.
A little.
Yeah.
He's almost wacky, but
Socially not great.
And then he gets
he's
into
too
a room
aggressive.
where they're like beating the crap out of somebody, and he's like, "All right, so you're gonna tell us?" You know, he becomes a mobster. He's like, it's really good.
It's interesting, the story arc and the evolution of Miles Teller and his character, Joe Colombo, because as he starts off, he's like, I don't want to be friends with this guy. I don't want to owe him a debt. He literally says that. I don't want to owe him a debt. And then by the end, he is fully like he goes to his, you didn't see this part, he goes to his bedside where he's about to die.
Don't spoil it.
And he kisses his ring. Miles Teller kisses the guy's hand.
Nice spoiler.
I had to spoil it for the people who watched it.
Yeah,
but
no. It's
People
okay.
haven't watched it yet. That's the point of this whole thing. We're trying to let people know this is an incredible story.
But that story arc was good.
I'm sure it would have been really fulfilling to see it.
It would have.
Now Wyatt's gonna be waiting for it.
No, I think I kind of saw that coming because of the description of this show is like how the mafia got this movie made.
Yeah.
Right? So I kind of assumed that like eventually he's just going to concede a little bit more and a little bit more until he gets this movie made because he's obsessed with it.
Yes.
They do that really early on is make him obsessed with it.
Absolutely. And the thing is, okay, so this show has so many moving parts. Like there's so many characters that are involved with the production of The Godfather, and it's centered around Miles Teller, Albert. He's trying to make this happen. So Al Ruddy. Did you guys know? I knew that there was controversy with The Godfather production, but on this level, did you have any idea?
I mean,
This is a story that needed to be told.
I think
100%.
there was a lot of controversy, but I also think this was dramatized. We do need to step back and say this was a show, and
this is a
they
story.
upplayed it for the show.
But I think all the stuff with Frank Sinatra is 100% accurate.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because everybody says he was a drama queen. He was 100% making problems for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I
he was
resonated, but most with Frank Sinatra.
He was like, stop this. I don't like this character. Stop it. They're being mean to me.
Yeah. I don't like it, man. I think, and he was
More of a
definitely connected
Redenbacher.
to. He was definitely connected to the mob.
Yeah.
Sinatra was. And Sinatra definitely got his going from the mob, 100%. So that's all factual. What did you think about her relation with Well, you haven't seen it all yet.
I haven't seen the rest of it.
You haven't. The best parts you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So the relationship she does, there's not like a relationship, but she does friendly up to certain people in the mob and him as well.
Yeah.
So she's creating her own connections as outside of Al's relationship with the mob, and it kind of ends on a very sweet note. I mean, was that engaging to you? Were you connected with that throughout the end?
Yeah, that whole thing was engaged.
There's so much happening. I feel like there are certain things you could accidentally become disengaged with. Personally, the only critique is I got a little tired of Charlie, his character, towards the end. He did a great job, but he was just so emotional and was so back and forth on his decision making that I got
this kid?
No, Charlie. The executive, the big guy.
Oh, yeah.
I got kind of tired. Yeah, I kind of got tired of his, and that might be based in facts. Like, this guy might have been just wild.
Just flip-flopping.
But I kind of got tired of that dynamic because it was never ending all the way to the very end. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, yes, these people are great. Thank you for making me a successful movie.
I'll tell you what I got.
It did feel like there was a switch right there where, like, he didn't agree with anything, and then he 100% agreed. And it was like a little bit too much of a switch, in my opinion.
I got bored with the Ruddy and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I think that was supposed to be. She's supposed to be over, like, trying to be a part of his life, every part of his life,
doesn't it?
And you're like, can we back up? Because The Godfather is more important than this.
Yeah, it makes you cringe how she starts inserting herself.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with like her wanting to be part of his life, but
she wanted
she
wanted to become a producer like him because she was bored, and she has her own successful business she's running. She doesn't need to just copy him because she's bored or she wants.
And then she leaves, and I'm like, all right, let's go.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna ask you a question because I didn't quite get why they were telling us this story. There was one episode where there was like, the side girl after her that came in literally for one episode, and he took her to the set, and she sat there during the scene where Al Pacino kills the mobsters. Yeah, Michael. What was the point of that? Because I thought they were gonna build to something, and she was on there for literally one episode.
Yeah, you're right. They don't show her a whole lot. How does that end? How does that relationship end?
She's there on set with him, and he's like having fun with her, and then she says, "Hey, I'm gonna go," and they walk out. And he said, "Okay," and they have a conversation like, "I understand what you do now. You're the go-to guy to get something done," and then she walks off, and then she's done.
Yeah, I think because I think an underlying narrative, I could be wrong. This is kind of my interpretation. Is Al Ruddy's character needed validation that it was okay for him to be like this, be his whole life for right now. You know what I mean? His girlfriend didn't give him that.
Okay.
And what I think this girl did is what she saw, like contrasted with his girlfriend. She saw what he did. She saw the value in it, which his girlfriend did not see the value as much, right? Because she was more self-focused about why can't I be involved, or why can't you spend more time with me, or why can't you just show attention to me? And his character was like, this is probably self-harming, but I am making this movie all about me. And then he got validation.
Still walked away though.
But she walked away not angry. She walked away like validating him, saying, you are doing something important and big, and I see what you're doing, and I was interested in you, but I don't need to be a part of your life right now because your life is this movie. You know what I mean?
Okay, it's weird that they brought one character.
I think they were just contrasting
for
it with
one
his girlfriend.
episode to give us that. That's weird, but I understand
because of the missing some details.
You probably are right because of the conversation at the end when the producer guy, or not the producer, the big executive guy, this guy, I forgot his name. He goes and has a conversation with him, and he says, our whole life is film and entertainment. Right. That is our whole life. So you can't have a life and that. When he was telling him to get off his luck and come back.
I think this story is about people who recognize, they see something and know that it's going to be something special.
Right.
Ruddy recognizes that this story is something special. Coppola realizes
Sounds special.
Betty, the assistant, she recognizes that Ruddy has vision.
Right.
And so they all kind of like, there's this sort of circle of people where they all recognize this is something real. This could be something
special,
incredible.
And it's going to be if we put in the effort.
Go down in history.
Yes.
And so they all want, and then there's all of these other elements that are happening outside, right? You got Joe Gallo, you got Columbo, Ruddy's girlfriends. There's all of these. You've got producers and executives,
Charlie,
all these other things that are happening, and
everybody's emotions along the journey,
right? All while there's just these people trying to make something really good,
yes,
really special, and it does a really good job of showing how, it doesn't matter how ambitious or like how passionate you are for something. There's all these other things in life that are going to try to get in the way.
Right.
And it's about what are you going to decide to do?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just got to throw a horse head in someone's bed. Mm-hmm. That's how you're going to get it done.
That was an interesting section of the story. Yeah. Did you already see that bit?
What, with the rat?
No, the horse head.
The horse head.
The horse head?
Comes in later, I think.
Because I think that's where the girl comes in.
Yeah. She's a little further in.
Okay.